Bonjour tout le monde. Okay, so today we're going to practice using the verb avoir, and you are going to ask me some, well, actually first I'm going to ask you some questions, and then you are going to ask me some questions, okay? So since this is an Ed Puzzle project, what's going to happen is you have put this video in, and I've uploaded it on YouTube, and so you've put this in, and you'll just stop after my question and make an audio note to answer the question, okay? Now, you'll notice that today I am asking the question a little differently. So most of the time when we ask questions, we either say tu, and then, just use your voice intonation to make the question, or we put in the word est-ce que. So today we're going to use something that's called subject-verb inversion. And all that means is that you have the subject and you have the verb, and they change places. Okay? So we normally would say tu as. Tu as. So in this case, we're going to say as-tu. And you'll notice that sounds a little bit like you're sneezing, okay? So as-tu. As-tu. And so that's how I'm going to ask your question, okay? Now be really careful, especially with this verb, and don't put the S at the end when you pronounce it, because otherwise you end up saying as-tu. And that definitely does not sound good, okay? So I'm going to ask you as-tu, and then you'll stop the video and put in your answer, okay? All right, here we go. Okay, first question. Here we go. So I ask the question, then you pause the video, do an audio note, and record your answer. All right, here we go. As-tu froid? As-tu froid? Second question. As-tu soif? As-tu soif? Next question. As-tu sommeil? As-tu sommeil? Next one. As-tu mal à l'estomac? As-tu mal à l'estomac? As-tu les cheveux roux? As-tu les cheveux roux? Okay, last question that you'll need to answer. As-tu les yeux marrons? As-tu les yeux marrons? Okay, so now that I've asked you questions, it's your turn to ask me some questions. So on your paper, you should see 6 little pictures of your vocabulary, and you're going to use those pictures to ask me questions. So the first one should be the picture of the guy who's out there sweating because he's very hot. So you're going to look at that picture and you're going to ask me, but in French, are you hot? Are you hot? Okay? So, and then after you ask the question, then when you continue on with the video, you'll hear my answer. Okay? So go ahead and pause the video now and ask the question. Non, je n'ai pas chaud. Non, je n'ai pas chaud. Okay, so you'll write down my answer, and now you're ready to go on and pause the video and ask your next question. So go. Oui, j'ai faim. Oui, j'ai faim. Next question. Non, je n'ai pas mal à la tête. Non, je n'ai pas mal à la tête. Next question. Non, je n'ai pas de la chance. Non, je n'ai pas de la chance. Next question. Non, je n'ai pas les cheveux noirs. Non, je n'ai pas les cheveux noirs. Okay, last question. Oui, j'ai les yeux verts. Oui, j'ai les yeux verts. Okay, so while that video was going on, I apologize if you heard all of the ruckus going on in the background. So we have 4 rabbits here in the Cordero house, and then about a month ago I found a kitten on the side of the road, and so I couldn't leave him because he was very cute. And so now we have a kitten and 4 rabbits, and the kitten thinks that the rabbits want to play with him. So you heard him chasing the rabbits around because he just wants to chase them, and they are not very happy about it. So if you heard a whole bunch of noise in the background, that's what you were hearing, and then you should have heard him there with his little pitiful meow. So here, I'll show him to you, okay? All right, so here he is. This is Potter, the cat who lived, because we found him on the side of the road where he almost got squished by a truck. So he's the one that you can blame for all the noise in the back. Okay, Potter, go leave the bunnies alone. All right, so now that you have asked questions and gotten my answers, you're going to follow the instructions on this paper, and you're going to write this up into just a little paragraph, okay? All right, très bien.